Oh man, my head, everything, depression, anxiety, all do this to you, and COVID does it to you. So we're in a different time right now. We're in a time of pandemics. Basically, I've been doing a series of certain videos that have me cover what's it been like running Best of Riz games and being in the pandemic. It's not fun. We're making zero money, and I probably broke it down before, but I could break it down again, and I'll break it down. But first, we were in like an okay place where they opened us up, but out of nowhere, everything got surged to purple. And I wasn't even sure, but like a few weeks back, had to go to my super duper team, which is Jake at the time, Dr. Deception, our local magician, cool guy who hangs out with us, plays HeroClix, and Donnie, another HeroClix player who you see all the time. Me and him fight and we just hate each other, but we're friends. I had to go check in with them.
Red's the worst. When's red not been less worse than purple?
Even with the smoke quality, purple was worse than red.
From this article I'm reading right here, you idiot.
Oh, damn, it says schools must stay closed in purple, and Sacramento County is purple. That's where my school's at. So are we not opening them?
Look up if you're closed.
Cite your sources.
ABC7.com. FoxNews.com.
Well, I'm still saying it to you. I'm just going based off what our principal's been telling us. So,
Well, what if he's breaking the rules and you're allowing it?
It's a girl, and so.
What does that got to do with
You said
anything?
he, so
Oh.
She's
sassy.
You already assumed she was a man.
I just need to know.
What do you need to know? What are you asking?
If you liked your haircut.
All I care about is, are you happy with your haircut?
Do you know what that's from? Rest in peace, Sean Connery, The Rock. You guys seen The Rock with Sean Connery?
No.
You've seen it.
I thought you were talking about The Rock and Sean Connery.
Why do you ask people questions if you just tell them they're wrong?
I didn't say you're wrong. I just said you've seen it.
That's saying I'm wrong.
First of all, it's based in San Francisco. It's a true story.
And because I've been there the last 2 weeks of my 32 years on this earth, I should know that, you stupid piece of shit.
Well, you could have said it a little bit nicer, but...
Well, what are you? Are you just retail? Hair salon, retail, mall, nail salon, electrolysis?
What? Electrolysis.
You have a phone.
Does that mean you don't know? I just need info. I can't retain.
I hate you. There's your info.
When do you close down?
Good to see you. Oh my God, you can't just tell me?
I was telling you for like...
Dude, that's going to be a dope shot of how it flew and went. And I got to show the boys that you're alive still. I'm recording the wrong way the whole time.
So purple's the worst?
Yes!
So after checking in with him, we were learning more about the purple, and I could put in the purple what happens while you're in the purple. Now, while you're in the purple, you can only do so many things. People are all trying to beat around the purple right now. That sounds so gross. People are trying to beat around it. People are trying to get around the purple by saying they're this, they're that, they're this and that. I've told many people, my store was only meant for 3 things: hanging out, play testing, and tournaments. That's all we did. We were not a gift shop. We were nothing like that. No pops, no plushes, nothing like that. You're not going to find little figurines. I love action figures. You're not going to find them in the store. So with all that being said, that's what we did. But that was kind of a downfall now because everyone's now trying to be like, well, we're going to call ourselves not card rooms. We're not going to call ourselves bookstores or whatever. We're going to call ourselves just straight retail. And being just retail, you can be like, I can open up this much. But here's the thing is, in our county, we live in California. And right now in California, we're supposed to be on a lockdown. Last time we were on lockdown, the streets were empty. We couldn't get anywhere. The curfew was pretty serious. Now the cops are like, we don't care about the curfew. Okay, so they don't care, whatever. It's been nuts. Put a little bit to the test. It was Black Friday. We went out. Again, I'm gonna be a little bit of a kettle here and hypocritical in some things on the way I view things and the way that that I do things. So I went out today and we wanted to check. There's a store that's weird called Falling Prices. So I'll show you that real quick. So this best there is games on Black Friday. We got stuff to do today, but we decided to check out this place, Fallen Prices, which my dad told me about. Like Tuesday, everything costs $6, and then it goes lower each time by the day. So today's Friday, so everything is $1. But I mean, this is what you're working with. So we do videos on collecting and stuff like that sometimes, or I speculate, but I mean, this is as good as it's gonna get. I did see some people got lucky and found some Fortnite stuff, but it's nuts in here. Oh my gosh, it's nuts. That's where we got the line. You got a Spider-Man basketball hoop, which isn't bad, but there's no ball for it. I see my wife online. I think they had Dito. I don't know where he's at. There was a bunch of him because, of course, everyone hated that Star Wars. A lot of food stuff that I'm a little skeptical on. I hate to be like, oh, Dito's right there. If you can see Dito, he's in that bag. My son wanted to buy a bunch of them for $1. I'm letting it slide. Oh, yeah, there's that. Wonder if I could get there in time. Nope. Nope. Now, that store was just hectic, crazy, a mess. Tons of people. That was probably just a cesspool of COVID, but thankfully we weren't there long. It was gross. You don't go on before the dollar day, I guess. We just wanted to check it out. We heard a lot, and I figured, hey, it's Black Friday. No one's going to be there. And there were people there, but I've heard there's been more. Whatever. There was Big Lots next door that was completely empty and relaxing. It's nice for me, being agoraphobic. I don't go out much, so I had to take my medication to try to go out. I got to go and shop with the family, and it's nice. It's fun. I finally, get to be a little bit of me, So that was that. Everyone was masked up, but it wasn't as busy as normal. So I think a lot of people did online shopping, which I normally do anyways. And then on the way home, we were going to grab some grub. I rewatched Mandalorian at midnight, and my wife and son, I tried to get them to stay up. They couldn't stay up. So they're planning on going home. We got to get some kind of quick lunch, some fast food. And with that being said, there was GameStop nearby. So I stopped at GameStop, and I had to go pick up a cool little box. I'll just show you guys, open up what I opened. So we still Black Friday shopping. GameStop lets no one in here. Super safe. I love it. You shop basically by yourself. Not many people in here. That's good. Everyone, I do recommend shopping from home. I'm doing bad. I should be at home, but I wouldn't have got this guy, Cad Bane. He's super hard to find. And then they restocked the Mandalorian. They just give her the armor. I've been wanting her so bad. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So we're gonna look at a couple other things. So still Black Friday. We barely did any shopping. We just want to check out a few things. I mainly wanted this from GameStop, but since we were out here on our way home, I told my wife to let me go by, and we had to get food anyways. So let's see what we got. So we get the Ford logo. Good thing is I got the thing.
Let me zoom in.
That makes me happy because at least out of all the Fantastic Four, Thing is my favorite, but there are variants to. I know for sure there's a variant to her that she's all clear Venom.
He's darker and thing. I'm not sure, but I think this is. He might be the harder to get thing, which would be cool. But it sucks because I don't want to collect all 8. I just want one of each. But oh well, we'll see. And then we should have the pin. That's awesome. A Galactus Venom pin. That makes me happy. Doctor Doom keychain as Venom. Do they honk at us to move up that little inch?
No, it was someone blocking the car.
And then we got Silver Surfer as Venom, turning into Venom. You getting that shot, Chief?
Yeah.
So it's a Venomized Silver Surfer. You can only get this on Black Friday. They had a little decent amount, and I assume they have some in the back, but again, it's kind of a toss-up. I wish they showed on the back who you got, what you got. I love that sticker, though. That's cool. But I'm happy to say I got things, so I hate Pops. But I collect Venom Pops.
Yeah, that's the only Pops that you collect.
And I collect Mandalorian. I collect movie characters. We'll be back, see what else we do today.
Us dealing with people wearing the mask. It was interesting. The best thing is for us to stay home, don't go out, don't do anything. But it goes back to the beginning. We learned wearing purple. So I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I have been accumulating rent that I haven't had to pay because we closed for 3 months. Don't pay. I'm not there to make money. Now we could do curbside. Curbside, I sell some stuff, some new product. I have the cheapest prices in town. No one can beat me. Hands down. If you go up, it doesn't matter because if you go up, people will drop you like flies or whatnot. So 3 months, I have good prices. It wasn't the time to go higher when people were bored and wanted boxes or whatever because they would just order online, which is the safe bet. So I did curbside, but this I mainly did at my house. I mainly would just have people meet me at my house, and luckily a lot of people were regulars, and meet me, or if I wasn't sure about them, I'd have them meet me a few houses down, give them a different address, and be out there waiting with it. So 3 months, and I made probably a little bit of money, tiny bit of money. And with that money, I can't put it to rent. I can't. I have to feed my family. I have to do basic things. We have phone bills. We have electrical bills. We have all kinds of things. Can't do that. We get to go back to work. We get to open back up. We open up again for what was it, like 2 weeks, and they locked us back up again. So being up 2 weeks, you can't just have everybody come in and they're like, guess what? You need to pay those 3 months back. We want those 3 months back right now. Doesn't work. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. You can't do it. You have a bunch of rules. We had rules of how to reopen and do this. Everyone's wearing their mask and all that. But it didn't matter because I remember that night we did so well. We had a really good turnout. You probably had too many in the building, to be real with you. And that being said, I remember getting an email saying starting tomorrow, yeah. And we couldn't fight it. We couldn't ignore it because, and here's the thing, owning a store, everybody's competitive with each other. I can tell you, I could care less about your store. I could care less. I couldn't care less about your store because I'm not competing with you, okay? I'm competing with Amazon, the internet, COVID. That's who I'm competing with. That's who's taking money from my pockets, okay? Not you. I could care less. There's always been a million stores. Where I live, there's like 12 stores in an hour radius. I could go to all of them. We all offer different things. I just so happen to have a different vibe that everyone loved when we opened about 6 years ago. I don't know, something like that. But sadly, from being in a huge store, we had to close down because the rent went way too high. I just chilled in my house for probably about a year. It was a rough time. I'm not getting to that. But then we just got a small building. Cool. My regulars can come. Awesome. Then everybody started showing up. And then we're like, wait, we're kind of hidden. I don't know if we could run this the way it is. Then we started to buy more, and we needed more to come, and then it was like just a whole mess. But it worked. We were fine. We're doing great. But then all this stuff happened. But so, we closed or whatnot or whatever you want to say. And then we opened back up after that good day. We're like, wow, we have to shut back down. So we shut down again for another about a month and a half, 2 months, whatever it is. So that's 5 months of rent that cannot be paid. 5 months. All right. So then we open up again, and that's where we're at now. And we want our money happens again. And you get it, there were stores that were getting money from family to help them get through. People were getting loans. Me and my wife have been at each other's necks. I've been wanting a loan really bad, but it makes sense. You're getting another loan to pay off the rent and all that. And on top of that, you still got to pay off your rent now. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what we're going to do. If we're going to get kicked out or whatnot, that might be a thing. I don't know. The money still needs to get paid or whatever. They can't take anything from me. We don't own anything. Honestly, my wife has it. Business line, all the businesses in her name. I just run it when I can. We open up only late nights. So basically, I know people will have money or be getting money from their family. They've been getting loans and stuff like that. Myself, I wanted a loan, but talking to my family, and my family is well off, but I'm not going to ask them for a loan with this situation because it changes on a dime. And I'm getting really burnt out with everything going on, turning on and off. I truly enjoy doing videos and talking about the products and doing things like that more than running the store. The best part about running the store is just having a place for people to meet, and I get to see everybody and have a community. That was my whole goal. But I don't think my wife's not going to let us go anywhere near a loan, even though we couldn't get any loans as far as the PPs and disaster and grants. The grants, holy crap, man, you have to jump through so many hoops and circles. She sent me things for grants, and it's not, I don't expect things to be handed to me. I really don't. I really don't expect things to be handed to me. But the weird things they want you to do. So Magic does their own grants, but it's really goofy. It's weird. It's not for rent, first of all. And second of all, they want us in a secret shopper in the beginning of it and at the end of it to see how you're doing. Why do you have to be secret about it? Why can't you just go in and check on things and help? It just seemed really sneaky and goofy, and I didn't like it. And to be honest, Watsy, the reps I talked to with Watsy are really cool. They're really cool people. The higher ups and stuff I can imagine they're just vampires. They're vampires trying to suck the blood and money from us. And at this point, it's just really, really rough to figure out pardon that pun about rough. It's really weird to think, what do you do next with this pandemic? We're going back and forth, but here's the thing, okay? So we're in purple now, right? You saw we went to Black Friday and did some things. People were out. It's not crazy, but people were out. We have a curfew. It's not being enforced. Police went on record saying they're not going to enforce it. So are we ever going to get better in this? And then I have this image here that had a Digimon tournament, which I'm super excited to support this game. I've heard it's miles above Dragon Ball, and it's affordable, and it's really good. I'm really excited to get into it, if we keep going and all that. But we can't do this, And then there's the other side of, okay, they're saying we're okay to be open, no, and just be cautious, and there is a curfew, whatever, but everybody is doing what they want, and these places have people in them That is way too many people to have a tournament, if you know what I mean. Like, just too many people. Much as I applaud a new game and having that much people playing, that's awesome. I'm very, very, very impressed. And I think that's great because if things all go well for us and we're able to run these tournaments, I can't wait. Then it comes to the point where we're supposed to be open. So your landlords want money. Then you got to get people in there. So you kind of want it to look like that because you got to pay your landlord. But how am I supposed to pay when 80% probably of my players have underlying issues or are worried about what's going on? How do you do that? And I know everybody pretty personal, but it's been working a little bit. Now I'm not making money at all, but we're getting about 6 to 8 people, which is enough for us to entertain people and let people know we're there. But they have a good time. They get to play. It's very well spread out. Everyone wears masks. But am I able to pay bills with this? No. And how much longer can I keep up with this? I don't know. And this is where the big thing is this pandemic. Before this pandemic, I was okay with the store how it was. We ran late hours. We, had this great atmosphere. People really couldn't touch us because we were different. And I wasn't worried about that. And it was great to have that feeling of not worrying about I still don't worry about other stores, but the idea that they would be worried about, that's the problem too, is you run an event, every fool that sees you running that event that doesn't go to your store, but they see it, they put it on Twitter that I was running an event, a pre-release one time went out for Magic, and I didn't even know I couldn't run the event. And I called Watsy that day, and they were like, yeah, we told you about 2 weeks ago in an email. I looked in my email, look in the spam. I'm going to go find it where you sent me, because they couldn't find it. They never sent me anything. That morning, they sent, hey, you can't run a pre-release. So every pre-release, they're saying I couldn't run, Double Master or Commander Legends. They said, can't do a pre-release. Next week, they didn't care. You could have ran a pre-release. They're just playing the game because they don't want to get sued, whatever. Fine, let that be. But the problem is we can't keep going back and forth. And now we're in the purple, okay? We're in the worst of a pandemic. We're in the worst. But it feels like we're living like nothing crazy is going on. Besides my dog. We're acting like nothing is going on. Now, you could be, there's 1 or 2 people. There's actually more than 1 or 2 people. But you could be the 2 different people that I see a lot. The extreme, they're like, it's a hoax. It's not real. People aren't getting sick. Who cares about masks? Yada, yada, yada. Then you got the other ones that are like, I'm never going out again. I'm going to go build my little hut and live in a hole and have food airdropped to me. And I'm too worried about this disease. So I'm in the middle because I have to make money. And then I also have to be safe because I will worry about people, worry about myself, my family, all that stuff. Because we just had Thanksgiving happen, but we're just in a really bad spot because we're getting told all these things, but then now they're not even enforcing it. So if we're not enforcing it, what do we do? Now that brings us to where we're at. I have probably about 2 weeks that my landlord, and it's good to have this on video. Get closed up for this one. Make it clear. So I basically have 2 weeks until my landlord said, hey, we want all our money for all these months you guys haven't got to pay. It's not going to happen, especially not off the bat. If you want to work out something or something like that, and once we work out something, is there a way for us to stay open and keep doing things? But do we want to keep doing that? Because to be honest, everyone that's open right now are losing money. Tell me what you want. Any store, I will put my money where my mouth is. And this isn't to be a jerk to you at all. It's just I know how it is right now. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell me you're making more money right now as your business than you were before COVID. You couldn't. You can't. We can't. Majority of them aren't even running events. We were in the clear to run events. And we're okay because we're in Placer County, California, that allows us to. Other places aren't, and they're still breaking rules and still running events. Most aren't. Kudos to you guys for following the rules and not doing it, because you probably shouldn't. I mean, rules are made to be broken sometime, but there's a reason your numbers are up or whatever. I don't know. But again, I'm not trying to mess with your money. I wouldn't want you to mess with my money. Do what you want to do, but it's just not safe. Talking to other stores, they're saying that they basically just sell things. They don't run events anymore. Another one said the same thing. But here's the thing is Watsy keeps setting out all these pre-release. We have another pre-release. They just gave me my numbers to run the next event, and I'm not going to be able to run it. You know why? They advertise that we can't. Now, they advertise we can't. So then ahead of time, people don't want to even come and pick up a kit, because what's the point? I don't get to play with anybody. People are tired of Arena. Arena's making them a lot of money, but talk to real Magic players. They want to play with people. There's nothing like that. Same with online poker to real poker. It's just not the same. So we're at a point now. We're at a crossroads. Like I said, about 2 weeks, I think maybe 3. They want all their money. They're not going to get their money. I don't have their money to give. I don't have enough time for us to work. If anything, we show up at our shop once or twice a week. We go in there, pick up mail, straighten up for like the 1 day or 2. We have HeroClix players that play HeroClix. We got to clean up their sodas and stuff like that. And then you got the big Friday where everyone meets up and we have 6, maybe 8 of us that play Magic, maybe play Commander. With all that being said, that's all we're doing, and that's it. 2 days a week. You can't make a living off 2 days a week. And I'm getting tired of the point of pulling teeth, of trying to get people to come out, because people don't want to play because they want to be safe. And that's okay. I shouldn't be at fault for my landlord saying you need money when people don't want to come. I'm getting tired of that. I'm getting tired of the rules constantly changing back and forth. I'm getting sick and tired of Watsy going back and forth, wanting us to buy their product, but not helping us have better ways to sell it. People are getting tired of the cosmetic codes where you're going to get like cool little flashy cards on Arena. It's not about that anymore. Give out better card promos. Do better things for us to make sales. Reprint really good things like Serum Visions when they had that for Friday Night Magic. It was huge. We had a huge turnout. That was a few years back because Serum Visions. Visit old key cards that people like. Give us a bunch of those promos and get us to sell boxes that way. It's simple. It's easy, but it doesn't matter to them because they're making their money regardless. People keep buying. People keep buying and buying. So we're at the end. At this point, we're at the end of the story of us heading into what's going to happen when this rent comes up. Are we going to walk? Because I'm almost close to the point of thinking it's financially smarter to walk. Because, like I said, I don't have to worry about calling people, hoping people come to pull teeth. If we get too many people, I don't have to worry about people complaining. When it comes to, the store, if we have, someone not liking the fact they see we have too many people and complaining and trying to call to Watsy, I don't got to worry about that anymore. There's just a lot of things that are coming in my head right now while I'm trying to figure out what is next and what to do. Because again, who knows? They might just say, you can't pay this. you can't pay it, you're out of here. That's the case, fine. I'll figure out something else and reopen somewhere else again. But it wouldn't be in this time, in this climate. We would be waiting a very long time until this pandemic is over. Opening up a new store during the pandemic, horrible idea. Horrible. If you're thinking of running a business, starting it, you're just an idiot. I'm sorry. Then the other thing is, it's maybe a smarter aspect. It'd be nice if we got the pause button. I think that's the smartest aspect, period. And if they let us pause, but again, that landlord has a building that they could rent out, and that's a bummer for them. So I understand why we don't. But that's the best for us, is a pause, and then we'll come back when everything settles down and we could be normal as you can be. We'll see. This is chapter 3 of the crazy pandemic story. Who knows where it'll end? Will it end when we just say, hey, this is where we're at now with it? I'm done with it, because I honestly have been just been thinking, because no one's affecting us right now but the pandemic. That's it. That's the only thing that's really been affecting us. Not other stores or anything like that. It's just the pandemic. That's plain and simple. Closing, not closing, people being afraid to come out. People that do come out, then people complain about those people coming out and thinking it's too many. That it all falls under the same blanket of the pandemic. So we may just have to close it up and do my own thing in the meantime. Focus on my videos and still sell. I have a lot of ways and I have a lot of connections to continue to sell, but it'll all be curbside. I'm not going to stop doing curbside then. You're not going to make a ton of money, but I'll still do it because I'll enjoy seeing those people. That's the only bummer I'll have out of all that, is I don't got a place to meet and play with fellow customers and fellow friends. But at this point, I don't really get to anyways, because it's so thin. It's so thin and dry of a group, because we have people worried and people scared. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next, but that will be the next chapter. We'll go back to having other videos in here and fun stuff, but we'll have a chapter that's going to talk about where we're at after that meeting. Maybe I'll even have the videotape. I'll videotape the meeting, but I don't know if they're going to want to meet face to face. They've been trying to dodge me with the emails now. Before, they were fine with emails, because if I ever came in person, they never want to talk to me. They're very much, give me my money and we don't want to discuss stuff. That's it. So with that being said, we'll see, and hopefully next time we have a better story to tell you. All right, guys, take it easy. Be safe out there and hope for the best, all right? Dog is just doing his squeaky thing. I put it away. Good job, buddy. Grab another squeaky thing. Can you play the one that doesn't squeak? You got two? You got two toys on you? You got two toys? You're cheating. That one has noise too. You love the ones that make noises. He's gonna do this all day.